I really don't know how to start this video. I have an old mic. Let's record something. Open sesame. Bendies. So I'm doing a pretty big atmos project at the moment, and the next piece of the puzzle is going to be some radio recordings in a car. So the gear I'm using today, top of the line, is going to be a phone and a super old microphone that I honestly don't even know if it works. So it's going to be an adventure. Now the hardest part is finding a freaking radio station that's not like 95% static. Let's try this one. There's quite a bit of static, but there's two people talking. We're not recording music today because copyright, am I right? So we're not doing any song recording, we'll just do voices. So I'm gonna get my trusty old field recorder out here. There we go. So we got this guy out. And yeah, let's just hit record and I'm gonna close the door and we'll see how it goes. See how it sounds.
I also like the innovation, the idea around it. That doesn't know Racing New South Wales and Volanders is doing. Not everything works, but they're going out the square to do something a lot different. Come on!
Keep going. The heads up because the East Asia's there.
Now, J-Mac.
No,
come on, J-Mac. And fight!
Right, so we found another channel that has a much clearer sound.
Finally had the time to make some home improvements.
So I'm going to record that as well, just in case. Yeah, we'll have a little clearer sound.
Great home loans. Now she enjoys low fees, great rates, and the flexibility to repay faster. Search for Macquarie Home Loans or call your broker so you can say.
Let's take it into the studio, see what we came up with. So, back in the studio, we've got our phone recordings. Going to upload them to the Google Drive. Done, they're saved. They're uploading now. So, my plan is with this mic. We're using Logic today because that's what I've done the rest of this Atmos on. The plan is to play the phone recording back through my Rocket 6K monitors here into this really old phone. Let me show you. What microphone? I'll show you. So it's this tiny little Hitachi microphone. Yeah, so I'm going to put that in here, hopefully get some nice vintage sounds, and let's get into it then. Alrighty, so I've uploaded those sounds that we recorded into Logic. Yeah, let's see what they sound like. So we got car radio fuzzy down here. That's the first recording that we did.
Not everything works, but they're going out the square to do.
I quite like that, you know, that vintage feel to that. Let's have a quick listen to the other one, just hear the difference.
To repay faster. Search Macquarie Home Loans or call your broker so you can say. I bank with Macquarie. Macquarie Bank Australian Credit License 237.
I mean, they both kind of sound pretty vintage when you record them on a phone and on like stock speakers in a car, then, you know. So, let me just show you guys, give you guys a quick tour. This is what we started with. We got some rain here, which is not actually rain, it's bacon. Then we got some thunder. That reverb at the end there. The thunder is actually this box right here, this cardboard box with some rocks in it. So something like that. Lots of high cut, big fat low pass there, a bit of reverb. Just try and fatten it out and really sound like it's far away, because this particular type of thunder sound isn't really that big crack that's like up nice and close. It's a it's a rumble really far away. So you need that really thick reverb to get that sound. Rain's Bacon, I think there's a little bit of reverb on there, yeah. Again, just to make it sound a little bit distant. Here we got just some pink noise. Probably the most annoying thing ever. That's just trying to thicken up that rain a bit. So if I play the rain with the pink noise, you know, you get that that in frequency of the bacon crackling, and then you got that solid, you know, rain pink noise sound coming out of there. Oh yes, so this is just some tinny water sounds. What I was going with this soundscape is it's meant to sound like you're in the car and you're in a storm. So this sort of tinny sound is what we wanted to get, to try and make it sound like you're in the car and the rain's actually hitting the car rather than just hitting like the bitumen. So I got some saws from out the back, some hand saws, put them in a container so I didn't get water everywhere in here, and then dribbled some water down onto it, and came out pretty well, I thought. So this is just a car running and some windscreen wipers, just to, again, make it sound like you're in the car. So compression on there just to try and really beef up the car sound. It was really quite quiet, and a little bit EQ coming out the bottom end just to leave some room for the thunder. That's our soundscape at the moment. So now we want to add a little bit of sort of an older car radio sound, just to make it sound like you're in an older car and you listen to the radio freaking out from the storm. The only thing is here, we got to try and make it sound like that, you know, we're inside the car, so the easiest thing to hear will probably be the radio. Let's try and clean it up a little bit with some EQ here and see if this one's going to work.
It wasn't a great start, and I'm not saying it was the greatest one they've done, but I also think it's more the idea.
So lots of static. There's a resonant frequency down here somewhere. We'll have a look for that. I reckon it's in maybe here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is just boost it, have a listen for it.
More so than execution of it. We are. Where we landing.
Okay, I actually think there's two resonant frequencies here. So we got one just under 200 hertz, I'm pretty sure.
I thought would have lagged, but that little kick in the rear, but it's just, they weren't on stage.
No, actually just above. Just there. So I'm going to pull that out just a bit like that.
One shoot, yeah. Yeah, and it's...
Oh yeah, I can hear this one down here a lot more now. So I think it's in just about there, maybe a bit lower.
And it's a long shoot too until they start swinging for home. So Aberdeen leads.
The only thing with doing this is that you don't want to pull out too much of the resonant frequencies, because then you'll lose that kind of realism. And sound design, that's exactly what we're going for here. We're trying to make it sound as realistic as possible. So I'm going to leave a little bit in there. It's still a bit boomy, but you know, let's leave it. Just going to cut out these really low frequencies here. Just leave space for the thunder and the car running. Yeah.
And it is doing, not everything works, but they're going out the square to do something a lot different to what we traditionally seen in racing. So they had to be, last night they had the button, it wasn't incredibly...
Yeah, so generally around the 2-3K mark is a nice place to pull up a bit of vocals, kind of sounds a bit clearer, a bit crisper.
But they're going out the square to do something a lot different to what we traditionally seen in racing. So they had to be, last night they had...
I think we'll sit at just about there. Normally it would probably sit a little higher, but I don't want to get into too much of that static area. We don't want to add any more static than we need. Let's go with that. Alrighty, let's have a listen to the second one and see what we got. This is an EQ I actually done earlier. I'm just going to save you guys some time, show you what I did. Just pulled out some of these resonant frequencies again. Also, boosted again in the same area. Again, just gave it a bit more clarity. With this track, I'm going to record it through the Hitachi, like I said at the beginning of the video. And we're going to see what that sounds like, see if we can get a more, you know, vintage kind of vibe. For that, I just boosted a little more at the top end, because I know that these older microphones don't have a very good response up there. That's pretty much all I did. Pulled out a little more on the low end just to clear it up. Let's record it through this, see what we can get here. So let's go.
enjoys low fees, great rates, and the flexibility to repay faster.
PDS at budgetdirect.com.au to see if the product suits you.
That'll do. This is not product placement either with these ads. This is just what I happen to record. I'm already sick of them, but anyway.
Now she enjoys low fees, great rates, and the flexibility to repay faster. Search Macquarie Home Loans or call your broker so you can say, I bank with Macquarie. Macquarie Bank Australian Credit License 237502, lending criteria.
Very nice and boxy. Not much going on there, which is cool. I actually really like that. Let's do just a little boost up here again. It doesn't look like well, according to this frequency analyzer, there's not much happening above 2K. It sounds like there's some frequency kind of imbalance. Yeah, interesting in here. I had this quite close up to the speaker there, which is probably why there's an imbalance of, higher frequencies to the lower ones with the proximity effect, but I still think it sounds cool. I'm going to dip out a bit of this low here too.
Let's make that 42%.
Just put on this compressor to bring it a bit louder.
News is Budget Direct offers 30% off combined home and contents in your first year when you switch online. Budget Direct, insurance solved.
Still getting a bit of sort of tweeter resonance. Maybe that's just because of this. Found it. Right there.
Now she enjoys low fees, great rates, and the flexibility to repay faster. Search Macquarie Home Loans or call your broker so you can say.
You can hear it in that, yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's see what it sounds like with the rest of it. The only thing with this, I really like the sound of it, but because in this particular scene, we're in the car, the clearest thing that should be heard will be the radio. So that's a bit muffled. I don't think that's the one we should go with. I think this cleaner car radio is the one we should go with. Let's just play that again.
Now she enjoys low fees, great rates, and the flexibility to repay faster. Search Macquarie Home Loans or call your broker so you.
Yeah, definitely. It's much clearer, easier to hear all the words. Being in that car, that's the first thing you're going to hear. So, yeah, that's it, I guess. Recording Foley with just your phone. It is a very powerful device. Do not knock it until you try it. And I'm glad we got to try it, this little Hitachi microphone. I'm definitely going to try out some cool stuff with this Hitachi in the future. So, yeah, catch ya.